Assalamu alaikum. This is me. In this video, we are going to talk about when to buy Bitcoin, the best time to invest in BTC. Summary. We'll look at the latest Bitcoin trends, including macro risk and on-chain flow matrices, to reveal the best time to buy Bitcoin and the risk of buying BTC. For trading Bitcoin over the next 2 to 4 weeks, we are bullish. That means we expect rising pricing. We also think Bitcoin is a good long term investment for the next 1 to 3 years and are bullish overall. That means we expect the Bitcoin price to rise in the long term. For all the latest on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including forecast and in-depth modeling, you join Macro Life. Is now a good time to buy Bitcoin? Bitcoin has had the second best January in a decade, and risk sentiment in turning bullish on the once uh, coin. Starting 2023 at around $16,600, the Bitcoin price has risen a dramatic 42% and now sits around $23,700 as of 2 February. More importantly, the backdrop is also supportive, with the Federal Reserve declaring their interest rate hikes to 25 bps at this month's meeting. That means it could be a good time to buy Bitcoin if you are an investor with a short term horizon. However, there are risks on the horizon, including a possible global recession. Should you buy BTC now? The quick answer is probably. The macro backdrop for Bitcoin is bullish. We analyze various on-chain flow matrices for Bitcoin, which are very bullish. So overall, we are bullish. Therefore, if you have a 2 to 4 week horizon, now may be a good time to buy Bitcoin. Why has the BTC price gone up? One of the primary drivers of the recent rise in Bitcoin price in the is the Goldilocks market regime that appears to be developing. Inflation in the US has fallen from a peak of 9.1% in June 2022 to 6.5%, and consequently, the Fed has been able to show its rate hikes. Markets are pricing rate cuts for 2023, and this is bolstering risk assets such as equities and crypto. Crypto has also already priced in a lot of bad news recently, leaving the way open for upside moves. Why has the BTC price dropped? Before the early 2023 bull run, Bitcoin was having a miserable time. This was due to several events, both crypto specific and part of the broader macro backdrop. You can see the current BTC price on the chart below and its historical progress through 2022. This is the chart. The FTX collapse, a catalyst for a BTC price crash. The most recent event to negatively impact the BTC price was the speculator collapse of crypto exchange FTX. Bitcoin had traded in a tight range between $18,500 and $20,000 during September and October 2022. However, it fell 26% as news of the collapse emerged, and the coin has only just recovered past those levels. Higher interest rates, a worrying backdrop for Bitcoin. However, even the recent FTX chaos fails to detract from the longer term decline in crypto market since its all time high of $68,789 on 12 November 2021. Bitcoin has fallen 65%. Likewise, Ethereum, the other major player in the crypto space, is down 65% from its 2021 high of $488.91. These declines follow the broader sell-off of 2022, which extended across equities, bonds, and real estate. The generic risk exit route began to the end of 2021. Central banks are largely to blame as they raise interest rates to reduce demand in overheating economies following the pandemic stimulus. By December 2022, the Federal Reserve Fed had raised its policy rate to the highest level in 15 years, capping off for 75 BP hikes with another 50 BP hike at the end of the year. After another 25 BPS in February 2023, the policy rate now sits at 4.50 to 4.75%. Moreover, there are ongoing fears that the effects of high inflation and rising interest rates will plunge the world into a recession. Our recession probability indicator remains over 80%. Bitcoin is yet to experience a serious global recession, but we expect one would limit any potential upside in price action. This is because during times of economic uncertainty and weak growth, investors may be more inclined to sell risky assets like Bitcoin and seek safer investments such as government bonds. How low can Bitcoin prices go? One exercise is to see how low prices could get were the Nasdaq to suffer a 2000 style crash. After all, earlier in 2021, the Bitcoin and Nasdaq correlation reached highs of almost 80%. So, where the Nasdaq went, Bitcoin followed. The correlation had declined recently, but should it rise again, the historical drawdowns of Nasdaq could be informative. Back in 2000, the Nasdaq suffered a 78% drawdown. As of November 2022, the Nasdaq is in a 27% drawdown. A repeat of a 2000 style drawdown would put the Nasdaq at 3500. So, where would crypto be if Nasdaq were trading at this level? We estimate a regression between Bitcoin, Ethereum returns, and Nasdaq returns from 2020 onwards. Based on this relationship, we find Bitcoin prices would reach 8254 dollars if the Nasdaq fell to 3500. This implies a 72% decline from current levels. Ethereum prices would reach 143 dollars if the Nasdaq fell to 3500. This implies a 92% decline from current levels. What else is happening in crypto? Regulation is becoming more of a theme throughout 2023 with various executive orders signed already. Increased regulation should mean less uncertainty around crypto markets for investors, which would be bullish. On the flip side, overregulation could stifle innovation. The ongoing regulatory backdrop will be key to monitor. There are several macro events to keep track of over the coming weeks that will influence crypto prices. Rising yields have mechanically increased the probability of a recession within the next 12 months to 80%. Inflation remains at the forefront of investors' minds with data cooling but still elevated. Sam Bankman Fried's crypto exchange FTX imploded, but the news FTX chief says the crypto exchange could restart. Genesis Global Capital, the lending partner of Gemini's yield generating product, Gemini's Earn, has paused withdrawals, leaving $700 million of Gemini Earn customer funds in limbo. It just filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Self-sovereign financial services provider Bank DAO suffered $120 million in losses after a hacker exploited its Oracle to manipulate the prices of Alliance block tokens. Um, okay, guys, this is enough for today. Uh, let's meet in another video. Till then, take care of yours. Allah Hafiz.